Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about ADA. ADA is following through. Obviously, there have been some positive news around Charles Hoskinson and his role in advising the Trump administration. As far as I know, I'm not too much focused on those news events. But isn't it interesting? Isn't it interesting that the news event happened at the beginning of a third wave? Isn't that quite cool? Yeah, that's how sentiment works. The price is currently just following the roadmap, right? Just with very aggressive upside extensions. Obviously, it's still only a 3-wave move up, which means this pattern is still very fragile. I know it doesn't look like that, but you know how quickly sentiment can change in crypto. So overall, all I can share is that all the targets for the internal third wave have been met. We are now dealing with extensions which are not unusual in a third wave. The price reacted really nicely to the support area, which, as you know, can act as a setup. We have a large 1-2 setup we talked about in recent months, and a smaller 1-2 setup we talked about. And the third wave is now unfolding. And now we just need to wait for the third wave to top in order to define a support area on the in the fourth wave, and then we can track the fifth wave to the upside. That's how I would like to see this pattern develop. What we can do as well, and this obviously now all depends on how aggressive is this move going to be. Don't expect necessarily all these subwaves to play out nicely. It's the roadmap. More important than the structures are the levels. Okay, so the support area held, the larger degree setup is intact or was intact, and we're now following through. Anybody who used the support area to find an entry, I can only recommend that you secure your profits. I mean, I'm not telling you to take profits, even though that's reasonable, at least partially, but at least move the stop into break even if you're trading this, because this is only a 3-wave rally, and these can change. Sentiment can change so quickly. What I'm saying, it would be a shame if we test support again, right? And all those profits are gone if you're trading for this move. Anyway, that's trading tactics. From an analysis point of view, the third wave seems to be unfolding, and this seems to be a third wave in one of 3. But careful. There are levels that if they are broken, I'm not going to look for another nice 5-wave move up in wave 1 and the wave 2 pullback, because this could go directly. Yeah, which is why it might not be a great idea to take all of your profits. What I'm saying is, make sure that you're not in case it comes down again, make sure that you at least have taken the risk out, right? So if that means taking some small profits or moving up the stop to break even, your decision. But as always, the boxes are there to find an entry and to scale in, right? To scale in. And we're now moving in very aggressive ways. And we've already, for another 5-wave move, I can tell you this is going to be quite long, right? With this move up now. Because normally I don't want it to break above the 78.6 extension in a wave 1 of 3. And again, it might do that, right? So all I'm saying, and if we go higher directly, and if we break above 78.4 cents, which is also the swing high from March, it might break out directly. It might just go. The roadmap is clear, okay? Larger degree targets more relevant than the smaller degree structure. And in this third wave, I've mentioned it many times, the 138% extension is the first ideal target. So we can say first wave 3. So I'm typing with one hand because I'm holding the microphone. First wave 3 target. All right, and then there are these levels that are higher, then there are extensions, but they are also wave 3 targets. So this one, like 236, would be the next one. It's a wave 3 target, possible wave 3 target. 295 as well. Not unusual for a third wave to extend to that, yeah. So, but could also be a wave 5 already. It depends on how the structure develops. Essentially, the focus is up. We have to now wait for a little bit more structure to develop. For our gold members, I update this chart now like 2 to 3 times a day. I'm talking about the micro as well. I'm sharing the micro support levels and everything. But just note that when we're dealing with movements like these, where we're dealing with like 26% and everything in a day, it makes sense to zoom out. You don't want to, because if I show you these microstructures in a video, I mean, it will be outdated when I watch the video, or when you watch the video. So I want to focus more on the bigger picture when we're dealing with these aggressive movements. But if you want to stay really up to date, I mean, instantly you get these updates on Discord for gold members on the shorter time frames as well. But when there are, there's limited use of these microstructures when we have aggressive movements. It is just what it is, because due to the volatility, right? So it makes sense to focus on a time frame that matters, especially for the videos. And the next resistance is clearly at around 78 cents, 80 cents, the March high. We might attack it in this internal third wave. And yeah, it is possible we get another 4-5 in one, but that one would get quite long. And then there would be a wave 2. That would be the theory for now, but we just have to consider it might just go more directly, right? What would that mean? Well, an aggressive pathway would be wave 1, wave 2, and I will change the color in a second, and we're just doing this more directly. I will change it to green, and I'll try to make it a bit clearer. So green would be, we have a 1-2 here, and this is just going, and then the 4-5, right? I hope that's kind of clear, without clear subdivisions in the microstructure. Okay, actually, in that scenario, the wave 2 might be here, so it could be something like that, I guess, yeah. Where the wave 1, the wave 2, because the wave 2 was quite substantial, so it might be just we go directly, fueled by the news event, The sentiment, definitely, the chart was prepared for a rally like that. It shouldn't surprise anyone. The idea was that the third wave starts next, right? So don't be surprised by aggressive upside movements. I mean, we've been talking about nothing else than like a 1-2 setup in recent months. And the third wave is the most aggressive wave in an Elliott wave cycle. Also, that shouldn't be a surprise. So yeah, looking for the price in the coming weeks and months to go higher, all provided, of course, the October low is holding, or actually it's the November low here at 31 cents. The nearest support I can offer is the 50% retracement of the last rally. So here we talk about, that's far away now. So there's no point looking for a low risk entry right now. I mean, you can chase it, that's up to you. But if we pull back into support, I mean, this would be the support area as far as I can tell right now, between 45 cents and 55. But I'm taking it off because if the price extends higher, then this would have to be adjusted anyway. But those are the updates I'm sending through several times a day on our Discord channel. So this is interesting. I mean, overall, bigger picture hasn't changed. Some of you might ask, what are the bull market targets for ADA? What are the bull market targets for ADA? So if this is really following through, then I want to see the third wave. I gave you already some targets for the third wave. First ideal target, 172, extensions possible, which is why it's not really clear or not easy to give you really a definite target, because we need more structure. But this is sort of to give you an idea, right? 172 to 295 for a third wave. The thing is, if the third wave only gets to 172, the fifth wave might only get to 236. But if the third wave extends, we might see the wave 5 get to the 200% extension, 392. For now, I would say what we can focus on is 172 for a third wave, maybe 236. Depending on what the microstructure does, when the third wave tops, we can define support for this fourth wave, and this fifth wave should then get 1 to 2 fib levels higher than the third wave top. So I will not rule out a new all-time high, but it might just finish in this area around the previous all-time high. That's the update about ADA. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.